Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. We're exploring all the ways that sensitive, intuitive people can flourish and flow on their creative journey. Today, the topic I want to talk about is intention. What is the intention behind your creative expression? Intentions really are the foundation. They lead to a clear intention leads to clear action. So what happens if somewhere along the way the intention for our creative output gets a little bit muddied? So I want to start off by saying that for many INFs, we don't often get into alignment with our creative purpose until a little bit later in life. Not everyone, for sure. But it's definitely a pattern I see that because of the way that we're wired with this very intense self-awareness, which tends to show up as self-criticism and perfectionism, and we really kind of don't think that we're justified or really good enough, in this simple way of putting it, to go after our creative aspirations, even when we can feel a very strong calling. It often kind of rolls like this, that somewhere along our life journey, it happens at different stages, but at some point, we're going along and we hit a wall with our health or fall into some kind of depression or burnout, some kind of situation where we have to really reevaluate the direction of our life. And we know from our intuition that we're getting stuck because we're just not allowing for our creative gifts. And this is usually how a lot of INF people begin their creative journey. It's from this space of self-healing and self-discovery, this need to, we've lost a part of ourselves along the way, and we intuitively feel that it's through our creativity that we are able to reclaim a missing part of ourselves. So, this is the catalyst for us beginning, and we find a way to make work that is normally very personal. We like to mine the depths of our being, our inner world, and find a way to bring the inner into the outer, to find a form that can express what's going on within. So two things. One, we come from this place that we have a kind of self-healing aspect in our creative expression, and also that it's like deeply personal work. And then somewhere along the way, we find our groove and we grow in our confidence, and we start sharing our work, which is a vital step, and people start to jive with it. However that looks like, we start getting a following, an audience, people buy our work. Maybe we get an agent or a manager or something like this. If we're a singer-songwriter, we're doing more gigs and we're recording our music. Things start to take form, and with that brings in new parameters, new expectations for our work. But often I find there's something that I'm noticing as a pattern, that INS, we don't tend to recognize that that intention has shifted, that there are now new factors coming into focus. Thinking about someone like Rick Rubin and his book, The Creative Act, he strongly urges creatives not to fall into the trap of making work for anyone but themselves. That we shouldn't dilute in any way our intention, that the best work is going to come from making sure that we stay in alignment with ourselves, and not to take on what other people might want from us. And I totally get where that's coming from. It's strongly urging us to stay in creative integrity with ourselves as a really essential, necessary part And I kind of agree with that. And also, I know that when we do make that step where we're sharing our work and our work becomes available to buy, when more form starts to come around the work that we make, that there is inevitably a shift in intention. Not only is it for ourselves, but we are now wanting to sell work. We are now wanting to gain more following. And yeah, I'm just going to put it out there that a question that I have is it, if we find that we're getting a little bit stuck, and what I mean is that we're not enjoying the creative flow that we once had, and we're kind of confused because, you know, maybe we've got a green light in the form of an invitation that's, you know, opening an opportunity up for us, I don't know, exhibition opportunity or some kind of collaboration or something. But what happens is that it's just not flowing, and it might be, don't know, but it just might be that it's to do with the intention is now become a bit mixed. And the thing is, we often find a way of making work that has its roots in that very beginning, I need to do this for myself place. And that becomes the way that we make work. So even though the expectation around our work shifts, the way that we make work doesn't. And then there gets to be this kind of like trying to like serve two purposes with our work. So if you're finding that things aren't flowing, and yeah, I have made some bold steps recently, and you know, sometimes this looks like resistance, and everything really comes back to resistance. But again, I'm sharing this angle around intention because clear intention leads to clear action. If we're finding that things aren't flowing, there isn't that clarity of action, that fluent flow of action, then it could be that that's because we haven't checked in with our intention for a while. And so, you know, this is more complex than a very short video like this can go into. There is an invitation that if you are feeling that things aren't flowing and that some of what I'm describing here might apply, then it might be worth just taking 5 minutes to check in with yourself. Just tune in 5 minutes, set a timer, get the journal, pen out, and ask yourself that question. Who is my work for? Who am I making my work for? And just go into it and see what comes out. It will, you know, there's always going to be a bit of revelation that comes through when we do those type of journal exercises. And I'm going to guess that there's going to be part of you that wants to say both. That, yeah, it's for me, but it's also, I do my work for me, and I want to sell my work, and I want to, I don't know, get this gallery representation, or, you know, there's some other intention there. You know, being a creative in today's world is not straightforward. So again, this video doesn't really, it's not like there's a solution for it. I'm kind of curious, and I definitely want to put it out there if if you yourself have noticed this mixing of intention that is making things a bit blurry, and how you've navigated that. Is there a way that you've managed to find balance? Do you very clearly separate out like different parts of your creative process, your creative output to kind of meet that so that you are more in alignment? I definitely like to come back to this as a subject, and there's a few exercises I know that really help with bringing alignment between our intention and our action. So for now, just a little bit of reflection and an invitation to share how this might have shown up for you and what your thoughts are or how you've worked with that. So yeah, thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe for more videos like this.